Hey, you ever had the feeling you're being watched? I knew you were watching me. Welcome back to the channel. I got a fun one for you today. And it's actually a part 2 or a redux, a redo. Yeah, redo. It's a redo of a ride I did earlier because I was downloading the footage and realized that even though I say I post all my tests, I can't post this one. There were too many failures. I'm a horrible, horrible motovlogger. Tech hates me. But what's a guy with 4 cameras to do? Well, hook them all to his bike and go for a ride and show you how they all work. So that's what we're doing today. And I've got a lot that I learned from this failure because I tend to learn more from my failures than my successes. And that's a quote from some famous person. But either way, it's still true. But let's take a look at what I put on the bike here. And then let's go for a ride and talk about all this stuff. We'll start here. I'm actually going to use the smart remote. To try to control all 4 cameras. Up on the handlebars, yeah, that's the Hero 9. Yeah, it's in the Media Mod with the Rode mic. I know there's probably still some wind noise, but I'm trying for the best audio I can get, folks, right? Yeah, where's my thumb? There you go. So we got the Hero 9 up there. It will be without the Media Mod, like I said. We've got the Hero 8 way down on the saddlebag guard. Coming around the bike, the Hero Max. Sans lens protectors on a selfie stick. I'll extend that out a little bit. And then the piece de resistance. Hey, look, it's a Hero 10. Yep, she's coming out to play. Now, I did say this is a redo because I already did a ride with this thing and I had too many failures, but I did learn a lot. And like I said, we're going to explain all that in just a minute. So let's get on the bike and go for a ride and talk about this stuff. Okay, test 1 is complete. I have checked and I can now confirm that all 4 cameras are recording. And hey, if you're new here, I'm John. This is Road Reality. Cue the intro. No, don't cue the intro. Get rid of the intro. There, that's better. And around here, we do a lot of motorcycle stuff and vlogging tests. And basically, I risk my equipment so you don't have to. But since I was able to actually check to make sure all 4 cameras are going, this is awesome. I love it. I'm like the biggest goofball when it comes to testing vlogging gear and riding a Harley around. And I love the role of being a goofball riding his Harley around with so many cameras it looks like a rolling Google car, according to my wife, who, by the way, looked at the Hero 10 and went, other than the blue, I don't see the difference. And I was like, yeah, I know. They didn't change the external much. They just changed the internal. She goes, well, it was very smart of them to change it to blue then, because the blue looks good and it helps you tell the difference between the cameras. So that is a non-motovlogger's perspective on the Hero 10. And it's a good foil for the motovlogger's perspective on the Hero 10. All 4 cameras, the smart remote, and my Rode wireless mic. I tried to pick up engine noise only with it, but that was an epic failure. In the left saddlebag down here, it picked up rattles and wind noise. Go figure. Biker, what's up? All right. So that was a failure. The Hero 8 apparently took 2 pictures and then turned off. The 360, the Max there, it was in flat mode, not 360 mode. But what this should let me do is actually start and stop recording. And you watched my smart remote review video. It is off by a few frames, but I should be able to stop recording and start up later. And here we are, look at that. You just got transported through time and space. How do you feel? A little nauseated? Yeah, me too. I'd be nauseated too if I had to watch me on YouTube. Anyway, so there's a completed test of the smart remote. I am not able to see the 8, but I can see the 9, the 10 in a mirror, and the Max. And yeah, there's the Max. Hello. And they are all functioning beautifully, and I love a success. Okay, we are on Muncaster Proving Ground, my friends. So what did I learn from this epic failure of motovlogging gear? Well, there's like 6 things, and I'm going off the cuff here, no notes. Yeah, we're recording again. This is awesome. This thing is working great today, and you gotta just love that and soak it up, right? So the first thing I learned was that the Rode microphone only picks up wind noise and rattles in my saddlebag the way I had it set up. So I don't know what to do to fix that. I just won't get great engine noise. Second thing is, the Hero 10 out of the box sets the sharpness to medium. So the bit rate on the 8 and 9, the way I have them set up was around 44,000 kbps or whatever. We'll just go with 44,000. But the 10 I noticed was only 40,000 kbps or whatever. So I set the sharpness to high on here, and I'm going to do an overlay right there to tell you what the bit rate is of this exact file. That should be helpful in figuring out how much better the sensor really is for motovlog type footage and anything else that's sort of like it. So motovlogging footage is really interesting because it has a lot of movement. So there's always movement. You don't get a whole lot of static unless you're looking at me. There's a static portion of me that's not moving much. And yeah, so you're not gonna, that isn't gonna change, which allows the rest of it to be a little bit clearer. It's just how video and codecs work on YouTube and in general. But what else did I learn? I learned that the Smart Remote is finicky with the 8. It is old technology. I mean, it's a couple years old now, but it is a little bit old, and that leads to a problem because I don't think that the wireless hardware on the 8 can really keep track of the remote real well, or keep connection with it rather. So I had that problem. Also, with regards to the Hero 8 and the Max not recording properly, yeah, that is a problem with the Smart Remote, and I haven't figured out how to fix it. So if you know how to fix it, let me know in the comments below. But when I switched modes, because when you bring up the Smart Remote's main screen, it shows all 3 time-lapse video and picture modes. And then when you go to switch modes, it puts all the cameras in the same mode. And you know what? We came out up here not too long ago on my bobber, so we're gonna go in this way. Ride through the neighborhood. There's another test I wanna do, which will be in its own video. And that video will show some more features of the Hero 10. But anyway, I digress. As long as I can figure out where the hell I'm going here. I think, oh yeah, I gotta make a left. So I learned that don't mess with the mode button on the Smart Remote, or you will lose the mode that the cameras were in. For some reason, the 8 went from video to picture mode, or I pressed the button on the camera. I'm not really sure, but I can blame the Max's recording on the Smart Remote, because when it goes to video mode, it goes to flat video mode, not 360 video mode. Obviously, that's a huge problem if your camera's out like mine and you want to record 360 footage. I also learned that with the Media Mod on the 9, getting the getting the thumb screw in right here, and I'll zoom in a little bit, but getting that thumb screw in tight enough to keep that camera vertical is impossible without a screwdriver. So I have taken the Media Mod back off, at which point you can see the thumb screw sticks out a little bit, and I'm more easily able to get the thumb screw tightened. So that's what I learned from my failed test. But having all 4 cameras rolling allows me to do cool things like I did on Muncaster Road earlier, where I had 4 cameras all rolling at once, and I was able to divide them into quadrants to show you all 4 things. And YouTube probably is going to butcher that footage and compress the hell out of it, but it's still a neat effect. I think it's pretty cool. When you have 3 like I've done in the past, what you end up with is actually a situation where you have like 3 stripes, or you have them moving around and stuff. It just, I don't know, it doesn't look as clean to my ADD brain as having the 4th camera there taking up the 4th quadrant. I think that's pretty cool. If you think it's cool, let me know. So why would somebody want to use the GoPro Smart Remote with 4 cameras available? So it keeps track of all the cameras for me. I can tell when one's died. I can pull over and swap batteries. The other thing is, I did not stop this bike a single time to start and stop recording. I keep saying Smart Remote. This is just the remote. Well, I might miss out on some spontaneous interactions or things on the road or next to the road, but at the end of the day, I'll have that much less footage I have to cull through to get to the good stuff, and I think we have to make a right. You know, I did this before. Aha! I think I went right before, and this time I'm going to go straight. So yeah, I might miss out on some stuff, but less footage to record, less footage to store, less footage to edit, saves time, and time is money. And that's why you go to YouTube to figure stuff out, right? You want to save your own time and effort and learn from somebody else. I haven't seen a lot done like this, so that's why I do what I do. Well, I think we've concluded our test. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, boop the like button. And if it's winter time and you're bored, go check out the rest of the channel. You know, you're bound to get a laugh or learn something. You know, there's very few people in the world that don't chuckle at a fat guy riding a Harley around doing what I do. So I hope you're having a great day. And until next time, be safe and go check out, you know, the playlist in the video here. They're probably worth watching. Bye. And it dawned on me. Now I'm lost. I have no idea where I'm at. Oh well, ship us, take us home. I can't do that, Dave. Bye.